Hello, friends. Welcome to English lesson. Today, we are going to deal with the short story The Toilet by Gcina Mhlope, a famous South African writer. Let me introduce Gcina Mhlope to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Gcina Mhlope.
Gcina Mhlope is a South African storyteller, writer, playwright, and actress. She worked as a newsreader at the BBC. Her birthday in October 24th is celebrated as National Storytelling Day in South Africa. Let's go deep into the story. This is not just an ordinary story, but an autobiographical piece that reflects life of an aspiring South African. Young Gcina Mhlope wanted to become an actress, which her mother disagrees. According to her mother, the professions such as nursing, teaching were respectable. So, Gcina Mhlope felt unsure about her future. After finishing her matric exams, she went to Johannesburg to stay with her sister. Her sister was working as a domestic worker in an English home. Gcina Mhlope was locked inside the house all the day, so that the madam of the house would not see her. She was bored and lonely. She spent time in reading books. She couldn't even play the radio, so she brought books, old magazines, and newspapers from the white people. Then she got a temporary job in a clothing factory in town, which made clothes for ladies' boutiques. The girl continues to hold to her dream. She longs for a private place where she can think and write. And then she makes an extraordinary discovery. Near a bus stop, she finds an abandoned toilet. The toilet becomes her secret refuge, her hidden corner of freedom. She begins to visit the toilet regularly, sitting on the cracked seat or leaning against the wall. She takes over her book and writes. Inside the toilet, she pours her feelings to poems, short stories, and personal reflections. What others would see as a worthless, abandoned place, she transformed it into a sanctuary of creativity. But the journey was not easy. Sometimes her sister scolds her, calling her good for nothing. But still, that poor dreaming girl continues to write, to imagine, and to believe in her future. She started asking herself why she had not written anything since she left school. At least at school, she had written some poems or stories in the school magazine and other magazines. Her English teacher was also so encouraging. She remembered the day she showed her first poem. She was so excited and she couldn't even concentrate all the day in class. She did not know anything about publishing then, and she didn't ask herself if her stories were good enough. She just enjoyed writing and she had time to write. From one Friday, she started being the toilet's best customer. The toilet becomes more than a physical space. It becomes the symbol of transformation. And the toilet is not just a hiding place, but it is the birthplace of Gcina Mhlope as a writer. One day, something unusual happens. While waiting outside near Madam's house, the girl is suddenly surrounded by a group of barking dogs. It was a threatening experience. She called out for help, and the madam appears. But instead of helping or comforting her, Madam says, "Leave a message for your sister and go home." That moment is deeply painful. It shows her loneliness, her lack of protection, and how invisible she is in the eyes of others. She faced such a humiliation. This shows that the white people considered the black people's lives as unimportant. The young girl started to think about her life in Madam's house. She had to wake up early in the morning. By thinking all this, she was walking through the street, and the day became night. Suddenly, her sister saw her. "Molo, what are you doing outside in the street?" she asked. And when she understood all the incidents, she became angry. "Oh, what were you doing inside in the first place? You know, you should have waited for me." When sister shouted at her, the young Molo was sad. The next morning, she woke up long before the alarm went off. Some kind of pain within her pushed to do everything at double speed and run to her toilet. She addressed the toilet as "my toilet." She called it "my toilet" because that is exactly how she felt about it. She thinks it is hers. She felt her spirits really lifting as she put on her shoes outside the gate. Many more mornings saw her sitting there writing. Sometimes it did not need to be a poem. She wrote anything that came to her head in the same way she would have done if she would had a friend to talk to. She remembers some days when she felt like she was hiding something from her sister. Her sister did not know about her toilet in the park, and she was not in the least interested in her notebook. Then, one morning, she wanted to write a story about what had happened at work the day before. The supervisor screamed at her for not calling her when she saw two people stealing dresses at lunchtime. It all came back to her, and she was smiling when she reached for the door. But it wouldn't open, it was locked. And for the first time, she accepted that the toilet was not hers after all. Slowly, she walked over to the bench nearby, watched the early spring sun come up, and wrote the story anyway. By the end of the story, the girl understood that the toilet not always belonged to her. It may one day be locked forever. But the inspiration, courage, and creativity she discovered there will stay with her for life. This story is a clear depiction of life under the apartheid system. The apartheid system means treating the South Africans apart. It's a concept of segregation and separation. Let us learn more about it. Listen carefully.
Although the times of slavery were long gone, the non-white people of Africa were still oppressed. Millions of Indian, Chinese, Malaysian, and especially black Africans couldn't live happily because of segregation, which means dividing people based on their skin color and ethnicity. In South Africa, such division was called apartheid.
So that's all about the story The Toilet by Gcina Mhlope. Thank you so much for watching.